Starting a little, let's call it an experiment, I guess, for various reasons. But anyways, living on the boat part-time. So today is grocery day. It's quite the trek with groceries from the truck to here, down the stairs, all the way down there to my end. But thankfully, our neighbor Buck leaves this little wagon for us to borrow. Me and dog down here, still trying to get some crap in, get it organized. Trying to make room in all my little storage bins and stuff for the actual stuff of life. So things like ropes and fishing gear and crap is gonna all go in the benches out there. Dog's happy if he's with me. Dog's his good boy. Yes, Dog's his good boy. Dog's name is Vale, but he acts like he's got several different dogs in that little head of his. So I've called him Dogs for a long time, and he thinks it's his name. Isn't that right, Dogs? Dogs, he's a good boy. Yes, Vale. So I've decided not to put in a sink shower over here. The sink over here is more than adequate for, you know, general kind of washings. I am putting a curtain rod thing, what do you call it, clothes hanger rod in here, and that'll dangle over top of this stuff. So yeah, still getting repurposed, just not quite the way I had originally planned. All right, courtesy of another friend, our buddy Larry, we've got ourselves some air conditioning in the boat now. Got it vented through that port. Condensate line runs back down behind there, under the flooring into the bilge. And I'm going to see how much condensation this thing generates. Probably a lot given Virginia's humidity, but probably have to pump the bilge once or twice a day. Not a big deal though, especially since a lot of the boats around here, they just pump constantly almost. It's crazy. I didn't know people's bilges ran that much, but yay, air conditioning. It's currently 82 in the boat. I set the thermostat to 75, so let's see how long this takes. So some of y'all are probably familiar with these emergency blankets. They're super thin, but they're actually like surprisingly good at reflecting heat and light. And so, trying out the poor man's window tent. It already makes a huge difference in here. I don't know how well it's going to hold up. I just spritzed some water on there and smeared it out with a little piece of cardboard, but I mean, it's effective, proof of concept. I guess the question is, can I make this stuff actually stay on there? So I don't know, I'm going to play around with it. If it works out, I'll do it over there too. I don't know. All right. Well, in the absence of a Dodger in Bimini right now, tarp after tarp after tarp. At least they're not like, you know, Home Depot Lowe's tarps. They're, you know, 2 of these are for hiking and 1 of them's actually made for boats. Wow, look at me, fancy, fancy. Oh, to give my air conditioner a fighting chance too, keeping the sun off the deck. Not just the rain. So I took just a plain Jane pressure treated 2x8, 5 feet across, laid it across the back rail here. Creates a great place to stand and jump off the boat if I want to, but also gives me a super nice place to just chill and kind of sit up a little higher. You know, I've got a much better view going forward. Well, by myself, sitting here with plenty of time to make a little video content for you this morning. Was motoring over from my marina to the next marina down the river to have some coffee with some friends this morning. And I was coming up the channel and 7-8 feet of depth, you know, just chugging along. And it's a weird channel through here. You have to hug one side and apparently move over, and I forgot about that. But anyways, went from like 6.5, 7 feet of depth to like 3 in about 5 seconds. So I find myself hard aground in the mud at the moment. It's almost low tide, so I'm not going to be like, you know, leaning over or anything. Just sitting in the mud. So I'm gonna hang out for a couple hours and maybe do some fishing, read a book, I don't know. Show you a little bit about what I've been doing lately though real quick. It gets me up a little higher versus about down at this level. So up here I can really see. I can still, you know, steer with my foot. Not a big deal. This traveler that I had put here that I was going to use for my auto steering turns out to be a great like foot catch rail for sitting up here. So I might just leave that there for that. It serves a purpose for the moment. Anyways, there's the marina where I was going to go visit some friends. So almost made it. We'll just hang out for a while. I might just toss the anchor overboard and take the paddleboard over with a backpack full of coffee stuff and say surprise. All right, well, the tide came up about a foot. My buddy Luke came over from his boat to mine on his kayak, and we were able to rock the boat back and forth a little bit to kind of break free the hold the mud had on me. And doing that was able to reverse it and get out just enough to where we could turn the boat and get back to deeper water. So I'm over here now at the other marina, just kind of straightened up a little bit. Luke went back to his boat, so getting ready to pull anchor up and make my way back to the home slip. But no rush. Sunday afternoon, nothing to do. Yeah, we're free. Well, since I'm doing this part-time living on the boat thing, figure I may as well give you a little tour of how it's going so far, as far as, you know, living conditions. And we'll start back here in the glorious bedroom slash pantry. Got a little air circulation going on, along with the hat storage and mirror. Over this way, I've got a little food stash, some reading material, extra blankets and whatnot over there. I, of course, am sleeping back here in the V-berth. In the doorway here, and why I'm shooting from such a low angle, is the other air circulation unit, the fan, which is helping to move air from the utility closet. At least that's what I'm calling it. Where I have the air conditioner situated. That is vented out through that port window back there. I was originally going to use this space as a closet, hence the bar there, but the air conditioner works out better. Additional utility type items down here, such as generator and whatnot. No major changes on the bathroom. General cleaning up and reorganizing of storage under these benches to make sure I can get what I need when I need it. In addition to that, you know, everything's set up to drop this down and form a second bed, or a second full-size bed, I guess. And then this over here is all situated too for sleeping. So now I have, count them, 1, 2, 3 places to sleep, so my children can come over and hang out for the night too. Moving on, this area over here, this poncho is in fact a cover for the actual closet area. I've got my tarps up outside, but there is a leak coming in through here, right above the closet. So with the tarps on, it doesn't really leak, but if it really gets to kicking out there with the wind and everything, we might get some water in here after all. So keep it covered, keep it clean. All right, over here, we've got our little toaster oven behind our dishes drying rack. Both were gifts. The toaster oven was secondhand, and the drying rack was a gift from the Dollar Tree. Bought myself recently this guy right here. Have to be able to cook some on the boat, so I've got a little butane powered stove. I'm still waiting on the actual gas for it to come. Around here, really the only place to buy butane gas are the local head shops, and they want an arm and a leg, like between $7 and $10, or $7 and $12 for a can, which may or may not fit that unit. So I ordered a big pack of it online. We've got second pantry going on back here. We've got some general supplies like coffee making equipment in there. Our cooler, since we have a refrigerator and a proper cooler, is another pantry for dry goods, not canned goods. Guerrilla video tactics. I've got both children crashing on the boat with me for the first time ever. And will you quit mewing? And oh my God, they're both mewing, these kids these days. But first night, they're spending the night on the boat. So far, so good. Had some hot dogs for dinner, a couple of French fries, maybe.
I'm sure like one person in your audience knows what mewing is.
Yeah, maybe, you know, but like, whatever. A bunch of little mewing critters. I don't know. Welcome to the boat. Came out for the morning walk down to the boat and checked the mailbox and had 2 packages arrive for me. The only thing I ever order these days is for the boat. Pretty sure the gray package is my new stern light, and then the other package I believe is a whole new water pump assembly for my outboard. 4 times now I've taken apart that lower unit, put it back together, greased it, and I'm just replacing the whole daggone water pump. But anyways, going down on the boat, gonna drop these parts off and open them up, confirm what I got. But yay, progress on the boat. All right, so as predicted, we've got all our stuff here to rebuild our water pump on the outboard. Did get the LED stern light, white, as we're a sailboat. So that'll be nice. I've had that, well, you can't really make it out from here. Anyways, I've had like a Band-Aid solution that's a shitty Band-Aid. Also got some stainless steel wire. Some of those pins I have in the rigging, they're inconvenient and you get scratched and stuff, so I'm gonna replace it with stainless steel wire. So, cool, plenty of stuff to do. Also did a little thrift shopping the other day. 2 for 3 on the results. In the winning column, we got this teapot, so I don't have to use my jet boil every morning to make coffee. I can just use my little stove in that case there that I got. Gas is a lot more affordable for it. Also picked up a little pot to go with the small set of pans I got. Those are the 2 wins. The loss, however, this little Keurig machine I got. You plug it in and the water pump does not stop running for anything, so it's trapped in its own little loop. And it was $6, you know. They can accept returns for 6 days, but honestly, I'm not going back over that side of town for $6. It's not worth the gas. But 2 for 3. I love stuff like this. Just the mist wafting off the surface of the water. These nice cool mornings with the sun coming up. Sure is a nice morning. Wish it was not a work day. Would love to play on the boat today. Well, work on the boat. It's all the same to me, honestly. Work, play, boat, boat, boat. All right, so after 2 failed attempts where I couldn't get it to move water, and one where I forgot to make sure that the lower unit and the upper unit were synced up with drive and reverse and all that. So hopefully 3rd time's the charm. I don't much feel like sticking it in the water today. It's getting a little hot, but that's where we're at. Well, I thought I was about to get the old water pump running again. Got it held up here on its temporary stand, pulled the lower unit off, pulled the water pump off, opened up my box, and well, wouldn't you know it, they sent me the wrong dang water pump. So I guess I gotta get that back, which is irritating because they won't pick it up to return it, but whatever. Gotta get the right water pump. What I can do right now though is install my rear nav light. Let's get that on, because right now this is falling off, but I've got basically an anchor light, and need to get this guy right there. All right, so I just cut out and pulled out all those pins I just replaced last year in my rigging. Apparently they were not as advertised in stainless steel, but I've got stainless steel wire, going through all of them now. It is once again ridiculous hat season. So it's early morning on a Saturday. It's not hot yet. I finally got my outboard pumping water again. So took it out, turned on the outboard, just ran up the river like a mile and a half, and back, and check it out. It's all doing great, pumping tons of water. Yeah, no issues at all with rutting. It loves that new carburetor, so it looks like we're good to go on the outboard. All right, getting excited for the next trip coming up. About one more month here in beginning of July. Got 9 days, so looking forward to it. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Look forward to seeing you all out there on the water soon.